Steve Kornacki, what is your biggest takeaway from election night as we look ahead to the midterms and beyond?
So we had a finding in our poll on Sunday, our NBC News poll, that I think a lot of people, I know there was a lot of skepticism about, and that is we ask about the generic ballot. Which party do you want to see control Congress in the 2026 midterm elections? We had the Democrats leading by 8 points on that. There are some other polls that have the Democrats up, but generally not by as much. One of the stories this year has been in a lot of the polling in the spring and summer, the generic ballot was staying pretty close, and Republicans were taking a lot of heart from that. Because if you went back to Trump's first term, early on, the generic ballot opened up in 2017, 2018 for the Democrats, and it stayed there, and there was the blue wave in the 2018 midterms. So into the fall of this year, the generic ballot was pretty tight, and Republicans were saying, see, it's going to be different in 2026. The generic ballot is tight this time. The Democrats have this massive image problem. And we saw in our poll on Sunday that Trump's numbers had fallen, that Trump got very low marks on the economy, and that Republicans and Trump were blamed more than Democrats on the government shutdown, and that the generic ballot margin had opened up. When I see the results in Virginia tonight, but when I really see those results in New Jersey and in parts of New Jersey that were supposed to be politically competitive and were politically competitive in the last election, they are entirely consistent with a generic ballot that has the Democrats ahead by 8 points. So I know there might be a tendency to look at this and say it's just Virginia, it's just New Jersey. Yeah. And it is. I mean, there's caution is always warranted with these things. But these are the kinds of results when you look inside these states to the more politically competitive sort of bellwether parts of these states that you could say there's a lot of places, a lot of swing districts next year that have these same characteristics. And I think that +8 Democratic lead in the generic ballot, I'd say that looks like an accurate finding right now.